This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
On in this race to find out what we've got. He said, I know, I've watched these races, I know how many times there's a big one. He said, I want to finish this race, and now he's in it. He's spinning out on the racetrack.
Brian Scott right in the middle of a three-wide situation. He gets it pointed the right direction. The caution comes out, and you see that 40. That's Mike Bliss, a new sponsor coming on board just for this race.
Those guys just weren't organized going through that first and second turn. They all were wandering around. And watch the 85. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. 85 hits a bump, moves up. Scott has to move up. Boom.
And TJ was coming down at the same time.
Now the field has been picked up by the pace truck, and this is going to be our first sight of what's going to take place with the pit stops, the new rule change. We're going to take another look here at why Brian Scott's turned around. This is what I've heard, so that is great. Bringing on a sponsor here at Daytona in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Now again, I mentioned the rules changes are going to be no more, I guess, under a spotlight than right now, because early on a caution comes out. You can not change tires and add fuel at the same time. So now the crew chiefs are going to say, okay, do we put tires on right now or do we change fuel?
I don't think they do either right now. I think these guys mostly will stay out. Phil, do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you're at the very back of the pack, then you have nothing to lose. And I think it's so early, these guys are limited to the number of sets of tires that they can use. I think they will just come in and dump a little fuel in if you're at the back of the pack.
And let's remind the folks at home why this rule is in effect now. They're trying to save the team's money. They're putting less guys over the wall.
Let's pick up. And by the way, that's over 189 mile-an-hour average. Watch out, Johnny Benson.
Wow, very close again. Johnny Benson right in the middle. He's got Kyle Busch on his inside. He's got Johnny Sauter on his outside, and they continue 3-1.
Oh, we got a crash in the tri-oval. James Busher got turned. Big crash.
Oh, and now coming up behind him, we've got quite a few more trucks that are moving into the smoke and can't see where they're going.
Johnny
Benson, one of those trucks.
Ricky Carmichael got hit. That was just a situation where Busher had gotten touched in the left rear quarter panel. I was watching this develop.
Yeah, that's Johnny Benson saying, sorry, fellas, we're done.
James Busher was running second when they crossed the start-finish line to Ron Hornaday.
And I think he and...
There's James Busher right there and Johnny Sauter.
Look at the whole back's gone off Ricky Carmichael's truck.
Yeah, Jason White has some damage in that gunbroker Dodge. A lot of damage for Johnny Benson right there in that K&N filter Toyota.
They learned something because he's been right up.
Larry Foyt
in the battle for the lead, Jason White has, and now he's torn up like a lot of other good trucks, obviously.
The Blue Frog energy drink.
It's Todd Bodine, I think.
Yeah, James is on the outside of the 33 of Hornaday. It looks like Todd drifts up the hill, gets into him a little bit, turns him sideways.
James was perfect. He was up beside Hornaday racing for the lead, and Todd just, and you know, we talked about how difficult it is to race a truck through the tri-oval. Todd couldn't get his truck turned, and he got into the left rear of Busch together. Wow.
A big hit there for the 85. That was Brent Raymer sliding into the wall.
Throttle's hung wide open, too. He's going to hit it again.
Right back in front of the few trucks. Like you mentioned, that throttle being hung took him right back into the wall.
And that's no safer barrier there. That's concrete.
Yeah, Brent was doing a great job running up in the lead draft.
What happened? It just get loose with him off turn 2?
Now, watch this. Now, watch the black truck at the very end. This is the lead lap draft right here. Right there. That's Brent Raymer. Keep an eye on him at the very back of that pack. Keep going. Watch that truck come off the corner. This is the previous lap. See, it gets sideways, Mikey.
Oh,
he does a nice job saving it.
And it looks like the crash is just a replay of that. Yeah. Only a little bit worse.
Now let's see what happens now. Look, he's going to be right up your screen. Ooh, hard contact. And there wasn't another truck anywhere near him. It looks like something may have broken on his truck or something to send him in the wall like that. Or maybe did he get loose and maybe overcorrected?
Yeah, it looked like if what happened the lap before happened again, he might not have been as fortunate with his save. Now watch this thing pound the wall one more time.
Now Todd Bodine in front of him. Now let's see what Kyle Busch does.
I think Kyle Busch said, I think this is a place.
Oh, problems behind him though. The 23, the 24, David Starr involved. The 23 of Jason White.
The 14 of Rick Crawford also involved.
That truck's hit hard, right in the nose.
Lord, sure has.
Caution of the night. There's the 24 of David Starr. The 14 just behind him of Rick Crawford.
Look at the damage right here. It's on the left front.
Yeah, the Zachary Toyota right there of David Starr. There's that more. Look at the international Ford of Rick Crawford, former winner here in 2003. Yeah, side. David Starr goes around the outside, the 24 truck. Ooh, Jason White gets sideways, runs into the 14 of Rick Crawford, puts him in the outside wall. David Starr had nowhere to go.
You know, it looked like he just got loose. Jason White just started to turn just a bit.
It may have been a tire or something go down. We're hearing reports that there was a new one on your bumper.
Everybody knows how important it is to get up to the back of Todd Bodine. They're going to battle to get behind them, and if they start battling each other.
Oh, problems, debris on the racetrack.
Keep your eyeball on the 7 truck. J.R. Fitzpatrick with those new tires. I know he's deep in the field, but that's an advantage. And he get in the right situation. There he is, right behind Brian Scott. He's already driven up beside the 6 of Colin Brown. He could be a player with those tires, Phil.
He sure can. He's got the freshest tires in the field right now. His truck's going to fight back on the outside, though.
His truck won't bobble around. Look at him making a move down on the bottom. Great move. He's on the inside.
He's got his left side tires below the double yellow line.
Well, that guy, he was on the straightaway.
Yeah, I was going to say he's on the inside of a 3-wide situation there.
I don't think we can get on him for that. Although a rule's a rule, I understand. But
NASCAR's been pretty adamant.
That guy pinched him, though. Oh, a truck into the outside wall. Looks like TJ Bell.
A little contact, but it looks as though we're going to stay green. There's the right side of that 11 of TJ Bell. 3 laps of racing to go. Again, out front, Todd Bodine, Kyle Busch, Terry Cook, Ron Hornaday, Matt Crafton, your top 5.
Here comes Skinner on the outside with a 6 of Colin Brown pushing him.
Hornaday running 4th right now. He's got Terry Cook in front of him. Again, Terry Cook's truck has been to victory lane 3 times with 3 different drivers.
If that 7 truck could ever bust free and get to the outside with those new tires, I believe he could make some ground up there. Right now, he's trapped on the bottom, though.
See, Matt Crafton's going to make it 3 wide. Going to put J.R. Fitzpatrick in the middle.
Colin Brown sees the momentum that Crafton had, tried to get up in front and work with him.
You can see the 7. He gets around the 17 with Timothy Peters. He's right on the back of Taylor Mossam. Can he push him to the top 5? Watch this 7 truck.
Going to try to push him by the 5 of Mike Skinner. He's got him cleared.
Be smart here. Be smart. A lot of stuff's going to go on this last lap and a half.
Sounds like Butch Helton giving him a little bit of advice.
Under 5 miles of racing to go from Daytona.
The 7 needs to pop to that outside and try to use his new tires.
He's on the inside. You see his left side's below the yellow line again. Who's that jumping in the outside?
Mike Skinner took to the outside. Mike Skinner's looking for help. Doesn't look like he's going to get any from that 17 of Timothy Peters. And now Colin Brown's going to make a 3-wide going to the outside. Side by side here, Skinner and the 7 of J.R. Fitzpatrick just in front of him. 3-time series champion, the 33 of Ron Hornaday. But Todd Bodine with just a lap to go, looking to make it 4 straight wins at the super speedways.
And
where's Kyle going to try to make his move, Michael?
He'll probably do it down in turn 3. He's got just what he wanted. He wanted to be running second when he took the white, and he's positioned right on top of Bodine's bumper. He's going to count on Terry Cook to go with him when he makes the move to the outside of Todd Bodine on the back straightaway.
Will Terry make it 3 wide, though, and go for the win himself? Here comes somebody on the outside.
J.R. Fitzpatrick out there in the 7. Looks like he's going to try to fall back in line, though, just in front of Taylor Mossam.
Hornaday's peeking to the outside. He tucks back in.
Who's going to make the move? Right now, the 51 of Kyle Busch all over the back bumper. He moves to the outside. Looks like he gets loose. Drops back just a bit. Now as they work their way, coming out of turn number 4. A huge lead for Todd Bodine.
It isn't enough.
Catch him.
It isn't enough, is it?
Todd Bodine is going to be able to hold up the pack. He'll win again at Daytona.
Woo!
Wow, what a job by Todd Bodine. We said, Todd said 2 in a row. I believe it's 4 in a row for Todd Bodine.
2 in a row right here at this racetrack, Daytona International Speedway, a name synonymous with NASCAR. The Bodines got their first victory with Todd Bodine a year ago at this racetrack, and he does it again in the Truck Series.
Kyle Busch, I looked for him to make that move on the back straightaway. He tried to make it off turn 4, but it was just too little too late. He didn't get the help from behind. The truck behind him, Terry Cook, tried to pass Kyle Busch, and that messed up Kyle's plan.
Todd tried for so many years to get to victory lane in Daytona in multiple different series, and for the first time it happened a year ago, and now he duplicates that performance tonight.
What a great job by Todd Bodine. Here comes Kyle Busch. He was right where he wanted to be.
It looked like something happened with Kyle Busch when he was coming through 3 and 4.
He fell off of him. I think he laid off of. See, he gives Todd a push right here. Gives Todd a tremendous amount of speed down into the corner. Kyle gets a little sideways, and the thing just loses grip. Now watch Terry Cook. I think Kyle thinks everything's still fine. If he can just get Terry Cook to push him to the checker, he might have a shot at it. But watch, Terry says, I need this position. I'm going to get you, Kyle.
Ooh, he almost did too. What a great job. But Terry pulled over to side draft, almost gets second. Terry ends up in third. J.R. Fitzpatrick came all the way back to fourth.
Wow, what a job. What a call by Butch Hilton. What a job by J.R. Fitzpatrick behind the wheel of that number 7 truck.
The last time an unsponsored truck won a race was way back 62 races ago. Ron Hornaday Jr. at Kentucky. And yes, there is no sponsor on the 30 of Todd Bodine.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.